Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is time for us to rise and grind, family. Yes, it is Freedom Friday, and we love Freedom Friday. That's right, that's right, that's right. Because guess what? We made it, family. We are here. We are still, as my friend says, we are present. We are in the numbers. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Tish. Good morning, Lynn. As you guys come on, do me a favor. Go ahead and like and share. Like and share for me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Man, I am excited. I am hyped. God's Zone was on fire this morning. As usual, my girl, Dr. Rocks, she brought down the house this morning. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Big shout out to the God Zone and big shout out to my girl, Dr. Rocks, for anchoring this week. She brought it all the way home. So I'm excited about that word. She definitely spoke life into so many. It's time for us to get going. Good morning, Patrice. Good morning, Mom. Good morning, Dr. A. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, Karen, Dr. A, I'm going to reach out to you. If you would, make sure I have your number. I don't know if I have the right number. Good morning, good morning. Yes, it's a God morning. Ruth, they'll drop that God's Zone information because it was on fire this morning. The prayer was on fire. The testimony was on fire. It was amazing. Rutho, you started that thing off with a powerful testimony about how God works. We know him to be Jehovah Rapha, our healer. Come on now. He is doing a mighty work in us. We're not going to sit on the sideline and just let things happen to us. This is our time. This is our season. Hey, Tina. Good morning. Moolah Cosmetics in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Kenneth. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, guys, let's go ahead and jump in. Hey, Kurt. Good morning on your way home from work. Be safe out there. Thank you, Dr. A. So, guys, everyone isn't going. Now, I know you're looking like, what? Good morning, Gifty. Hey, Avril. Yes, everybody is not going. So let's start there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dispel that because in our minds, hey, Gifty, yes, Tanisha, I'm trying to tell you, Dr. Rocks is on fire. Thank you, Ruth, though he just dropped the God's Zone information. So before I get into everyone isn't going, I just want to say from 6 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 7 Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes we go over, but hey, it's God's plan. You need to get on the God Zone and get fed every morning, Monday through Friday. After on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we jump here. But guys, if you're not, I'm going to post the information again as when I get off, because I want you to get on. And it's more than just the Monday through Friday. We have a WhatsApp. So we pray and we lift each other up. You can send prayer requests. You can speak if you want to. It's an open forum where you're able to be interactive, involved. So I know so many of us are, we're in ministry and we're just sitting and watching. This isn't a sit and watch. You get to be a part of, and guess what? Nobody's going to pressure you. So when you're ready to jump out, like this morning, my sister Tiffany, she prayed for the first time on the God's Zone, and that thing was fire. We all do it in our own way. So don't worry about that. It's going to work out. So good morning, Deborah. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Christina. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, so guys, everybody isn't going. So as I was going through the week, and me and God, we have our real conversations, just like I'm having a conversation with you right now. And I just knew that I was supposed to talk about something else on Freedom Friday, but he said, nope. So yesterday I got a chance to spend time with both my sisters, with my sister Tiffany. We talked on the phone extensively, and I spent some time with my sister Bernadette and Dee. So, in our conversations, and that's how God kind of drops those nuggets in my mind. Not necessarily they said something, but it was a consistent confirmation throughout the day that, you know what, and the things that we're doing, everybody isn't going to go with us. And we got to be okay with that. So you see some images around me. You see the square up here with the red dot. And I want you to understand that red dot, that's usually you. You see the vision over here, because guess what? Everybody isn't gonna get the vision. And then you see the bus stop, and you notice that somebody is sitting on that bus stop by themselves. Now, my sister and I, we were talking, yes, Tanisha, my sister Tiffany and I, we were talking because we got an opportunity to, we do a lot of supporting people and whatever it is that they may have going on. And we were talking about how, we hear people so often say, I can't believe that this group didn't support me, or I can't believe that group didn't support me. And I'm guilty, because I used to say it and I didn't understand. I used to be like, God, why aren't these individuals supporting me that I knew would support me? And it brought me to Mark 6:4. And it says, a prophet is not without honor except in his own town, among his relatives, and in his own home. Now, that thing just made me say, because I realized it. But in our conversation, we were talking to some people and they were like, it just don't make sense. I'm out here grinding, I'm doing what I do. And my hometown, I just don't get why they don't come out and support. And I thought about that thing, and it was just really like stirring up. And in some conversations, I kept hearing it again and again. And so many of us are expecting people to support us when our expectations are not for people. Our expectations should be for him. He takes care of people. We don't make people do anything. We don't make people support us. And I thought about that thing and I was like, Lord, why is that? Why is it that way? And very simply put, because we got followers and we got consumers. There's a difference. Now, I'm not talking followers like your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, and all that kind of stuff. I'm talking about followers. And when I thought about it, I'm thinking in the context of Christ and his followers, those people who loved him, who worshiped him, who were obedient and who are obedient. They love, they trust him, and they're going to follow his word. They're going to follow him. And then we have consumers. Those people who are only interested or only were interested in what Jesus could do. They wanted to see the miracle and how it could bless them. They wanted something, a thing. And I looked at that thing from the perspective of right here and right now, because so many people in 2020 started new businesses. They started movements, ministries. People wrote books, all kind of stuff. And even beyond 2020, so many things happened. But some people just didn't support. Why? Because you got followers in your life and you got consumers in your life. And what we end up doing is followers, I would more equate to friends. We try to make a consumer a friend, and a consumer isn't a friend. And I know we talked about this before, because I know Bishop Jakes talked about the constituents and all of those different people and kind of where they fall, your constituents, your comrades, and all of that great stuff. But a friend isn't a consumer, and a consumer isn't a friend. Understand, there are some people who are going to be there just to take in whatever it is you're giving. So if you have a new restaurant and they're not a friend is going to come to your restaurant. They're going to patronize you. They're not going to ask you for no discount. They're going to just go ahead and come, and they're going to support you just like they would support anybody else. A consumer, on the other hand, is going to come and they're going to ask you, we want a discount. We want to bring 15 people, what you're giving me. Or if you're doing something, well, do you have any free tickets for me? Consumer, not friend. Friend is going to come and support you. It doesn't matter how much it costs. It doesn't matter where it is. I'm going to come and I'm going to support you. Consumer, I want to know what's in it for me. I want to take something for me. What is it that you're going to do for me? Free, full price. Friend, consumer. Think about it. Now, in that same vein, as I was thinking and processing, Angela, I know, why you asked the question, well, why isn't everybody going? Because everybody can't go. God has given each one of us some very specific visions, dreams, confirmations. Mine is not Angela's. Mine is not Rutho's. I wasn't supposed to found God's own. God gave me freedom by design. Had I tried to go and jump in and do God's own, things wouldn't have worked out. That was specifically implanted amongst Avril and Rutho and the other individuals, Charlie, who decided to start that. That was not my thing. And some of us are like, well, I don't understand why they not supporting me, because in some situations you are supposed to lead a thing, you are supposed to birth a thing, you're supposed to walk into a thing. In some situations you are, in fact, a friend and or a follower. You support the thing. You are to help the thing out. So I want us to get our minds right, because some of us, we've started some stuff or we're doing things and we're like, well, they're not supporting me. I'm not going to support them. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that. Because understand, your dream your vision, your whatever it is that he has given you is for you. Only you received it. He created it just for you. Now it's time for you to take that thing. And as Dr. Rocks talked about this morning, it don't matter how small it is. Everybody, he didn't give a big thing. And most of the big things, not most of them, they all started from something small. So see, we see the big thing today and we're like, oh, how can I do that? I want this kind of company. I want that kind of company. I want to do this. I want to start my own thing. Well, it started from a vision. It started from a thought. It started from being able to plant some seeds and say, you know what? When I get some extra money, I'm going to buy this and I'm going to get started. And I'm going to get my desk and I'm going to start working on my green screen and I'm going to start working on my content and I'm going to make sure my prayer life in order. And I'm gonna make sure my prayer life in order because I don't want to do it my way. I want to do it his way because I want it to work out. I want it to flourish. And I'm gonna have Lisa come and I'm gonna have Tisha and I'm gonna have Sean and John. And God is like, no, you can plan out your stuff, but you're not gonna plan out the way that I'm gonna get this thing going and who is going to be there. So understand, it's some stuff we're praying for, it's some stuff we're asking for. Get ready for it not to happen in the exact way that we thought it should or would happen. That's not how he does it. You're going to have to get yourself in position for prosperity. And what that simply means is everybody isn't going. They can't go. Everybody won't be along for this part in the journey. Doesn't mean that you might not, and I like analogies. And I think about the bus. And if anybody on here from Miami, y'all remember when we were small, we used to catch the bus and we would catch the 52 to Goose to go to Color Ridge Mall or the 52 to Dadeland to go to Dadeland Mall. So one mall opposite South and North. And understand, there are some people that you would see on the bus coming, some people you would see on the bus going. Some people got on the bus with you and got off the bus with you. Everybody has a certain position to play, a certain role to play. So stop being mad. Stop trying to get at everybody and say all these slick comments and all of these, these innuendos and, oh, I'm going to say it and I'm going to be subtle about it. Because God know your heart. God know what you're doing. So it ain't no subtlety about it. He knows exactly what you're doing. Everybody is not going to be on the whole bus ride. Some people are going to get on and they're going to get off at the next stop. Some people are going to get on and they're going to stay on for the entire duration. But even in that Ruth, though, you better say it, even in that, there are times when God is doing a thing and it doesn't matter who's around you and you are going to feel so alone. You're going to feel like, oh my goodness, I am in this place and space, but I feel like I'm by myself, even though you got people around you. Because think about it. When God gets ready to move you to do a thing, when he's about to really download in your life, he is not going to do it in the crowd. He's not going to do it when it's all this noise and all this chaos and all this confusion. In the midst of it all, he's going to get you in a quiet place. He's going to take you away from the crowd so that he can download. And that right there is that time where we can't get caught off guard by distractions. We can't let the stuff like, oh, God said he was going to do this for me. And as soon as somebody brings something, you like, okay, that's it. God, like, I ain't tell you that. Are you listening for my voice? Are you listening for my voice? That's why you got to make sure that prayer life is in order. You got to make sure that relationship with him, you got to make sure my word for the year is you're in alignment with him so you can hear what he is saying, because so much is going to come at you and it's going to look good. Some of it's going to look like that shine, which way? Okay, over there, that shiny red ball. Some of it is going to look like, oh, give me that thing. I want it. And God is like, no. That's not me. You got to be able to differentiate between what Satan is doing and the enemy is trying to throw at you and what God is saying is for you. That's why you have to always pray about everything. Stop jumping into stuff and saying, okay, well, they all here with me, so I'll do it because they're doing it. No, you can't. Oh, hallelujah. Thank you, Lord, for that confirmation. Everybody ain't going. How do you know? How do you know that sometimes, okay, he has to put me in a quiet place? Ask Moses. He took him to the back of the desert to spend time so that he can go ahead and download what he needed to download. Ask Jacob. He had to be removed and alone. Come on, ask Jesus. He had to go to the Garden of Gethsemane to pray, to get the download away from. So, he's going to remove, and you got to be out of your feelings because you got expectations for people, but the expectations are for God. Stop expecting people to stop what they're doing to run and be at everything that you're doing. No, God is going to bring some other people. Just like I said, Mark 6:4, a prophet is not without honor except in his own town, among his relatives, and in his own home. Guess what? He might be preparing you to do something bigger than this small thing. He might be preparing you to be on a global stage and platform. He might be preparing you for something even larger than you can think or imagine. So stop worrying about the few 500 or 1,000 people that's not supporting you here when he has millions for you over there. Don't worry about that. You just got to walk. You have to hear his voice and you have to say, Lord, you gave this to me. You told me, you showed me. I'm going to stand on your promises because I know they're not going to come back void, and understand that he is going to make it happen in his time, not your time. And I promise you guys, I saw it sometime at certain points in 2020, things were moving, shaking financially. I didn't have any issues. We didn't have issues in our home. It wasn't that, but there was some stuff God said, you gotta stop. It is a lot going on, but baby girl, I need to stop you right here, right now, in the midst of it all. And I had prayer warriors around me, good praying friends. My mom is a praying woman. I got my husband, my family, but there were still times that I felt like, oh my goodness, why am I here by myself? Even I'm in the midst of it, because God is like, I'm doing something. So don't get scared. Don't feel like, oh my God, I must be in a depression. You ain't in no depression. You're not in a depression. This is your season, and he's getting ready to do. He's preparing you. He's waiting on you to position yourself, and he's going to help to position you for the prosperity. Because if he just gives it to you, you won't be able to handle it. You'll blow it before you know it. And I told y'all the story. I've seen people get hundreds of thousands of dollars in less than 6 months, blow it all because you're not accustomed to it. Your mind wasn't trained to manage that kind of money in a short amount of time. So you ran through it, you went through it, or your resources. You got a situation, you got big headed, and now it's all about me. And the people that were following you, now they're gone. God was like, I entrusted you with this and you didn't manage it the right way. That's why we got to be careful. And that's why we got to trust the process. Everybody ain't going. Trust your process so you can build. So when you get to where you need to be, he can do that mighty thing. So don't worry about that. Everybody can't go. Don't expect everybody to be there. I promise you, he is positioning you for what he's going to have you to do. And some of us, he is going to require us to deal with a smaller portion than the next person. Some people might get this much, we might get that. Everything is custom and tailor-made for us. So we don't have to worry. I don't need to look at what he's doing and count what he's doing for Rutho or count what he's doing for Angela or Tanisha or Tiffany. I can only worry about Katrina. That's all that I should be worrying about. I'm going to support them, and I'm going to support them in love. Not with red eyes, not with envy, not with jealousy. No, none of that. I am going to make sure that I am putting one foot behind the other, and I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to do. And when you do that, it all falls in line. So family, if you're starting a new business, if you're starting a new venture, if you're whatever it is you're doing, your expectations are with him. That's who your expectations. You'll be defeated, you'll be upset, you'll be all of those different things expecting man to do it. God works on man. He will handle that. So on today, we are handing out eviction notices. No longer we evicting pettiness, can't stay. We are evicting fear, can't stay. We are evicting doubt, cannot stay. We are evicting anxiety, can't stay. We are evicting self-worthlessness, can't stay. We are evicting depression, can't stay. All of that stuff got to go. We serving eviction notices today because we know everybody ain't going, and none of that stuff ain't going to be able to stay. When I say none of it, not any of it. So get ready. Get your eviction notices. Get y'all a pink Post-it note, and anything that is not of him, write that eviction note and put that sucker on the door and be like, hey, depression, evicted. You know what? We ain't doing it. Doubt, evicted. Feelings of less than, evicted. Feelings of loneliness, evicted. All of that, gotta go. You know what? Oh, Lord, I'm not feeling good, evicted. Because we don't have no spirit of fear. We're not worried. He said that we're going to be healthy. He's going to take care of us. Our latter days are better than those former days. So we're not worried. He got a great work to do in us. Evict anything that is not of him. Write it on a post-it note. Walk through your house. Call that thing out. You gotta go bind it and get it out. Disobedience, evict it. You can't stay. No. Issues in our marriage, evict it. You can't stay. No, we're not gonna have division, evict it. You cannot stay. Everybody is not going. So, and with everybody not going, it's certain stuff that can't stay. So serve those eviction notices today. They cannot stay, bind it up. You have the authority. He has given it to each and every one of us. Get it out your house. Get it out your space. Get it out your job. If you're going to work and that foolishness seems like, oh my God, every time I walk in here, put that sucker on a post-it note and put it on your office door. Evict it. I ain't gonna dim my light just so yours can shine. Evict it. Everybody ain't going where I'm going. They'll be looking at you like you're crazy. It's okay. You can't go. Whoop, evict it. Pink notice. It's time. Let's go. Family, it's Freedom Friday. It's time for us to do great things. He has downloaded, and many of us, so much, and we're holding on to it, and we're expecting like, okay, God, so when you gonna do a thing? Well, I've already downloaded and you haven't done what I needed you to do. You afraid because you worried about what somebody gonna say, because, oh, well, she's starting something that's like, so what? I've given it to you. Evicted. Foolishness, evicted. Pettiness, evicted. Like that comedian saying, nope, if God already said it, I ain't worried about that, because guess what? I don't care. Done. Evict it. Keep it moving. Family, it's Freedom Friday. We're going to have a great day. It's so much for us to do. And you know what? Be a blessing to somebody else. We're not going to expect anybody else to do something for us. We're going to go ahead and do something great for them. So if you're out today, you know what? Do something small for somebody. Let's start a pay it forward. Hey, it's Forward Friday. You know, when you go to the store, it doesn't have to, you don't have to pay for their whole grocery. Hey, here's $5 towards your grocery. Here's $20, $10, whatever it might be. Pay it forward. Be a blessing to somebody else. And guess what? Don't expect nothing from them in return, because everybody, I ain't gonna say that everybody isn't going, everybody can't go. You have been made for a time such as this. God bless each and every one of you. Have a fantastic Friday. I look forward to seeing you on Motivation Monday. Bye-bye. And we'll post that God's Own information so that you guys can get it, and you can get on it Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Guys, you don't want to miss it. That's why our sisters always hype. I love you guys. Bye-bye.